to write infrared assay, IR assay. So I want you to write it in 3 paragraphs. First paragraph, you may explain about IR area, infrared area in electromagnetic field, in a very coherent paragraph. For the second paragraph, I want you to explain how machine works, explain how machine works properly. So according to those instructions in demonstration, I explained the step by step. If you remember, firstly, very briefly, I'm writing it here, what I expect you to extend it to discuss far more. So let's say we start by cleaning. Then probably you know when you are cleaning it, you've got to explain that we use isopropanol or acetone to clean both plate and the crystal on the center. And meanwhile, you have to explain there is something we call it arm, and then we pulled over arm, we clean that very well. Then once again, we twisted arm, and we twist it, we tighten it as much as possible. Now, we've got to keep it within the proper range, between 100 and 140, what we call a force gauge. So it gives kind of uniformity to the disc under the tip, metal tip. So cleaning, after cleaning, you've got to record, you have to get background by pressing background button. And then when we made sure there is no effect from the last time they used IR and probable extra particles. So when we got rid of all those parts, we've got to we have to place our sample over the probe as much as it covers the crystal, and then we tighten the handle arm. 2 ways we press the scan. First time it represents preview, and second time is main. It's going to give us main spectrum or output instead. And we are able to, I'm wondering whether you can see it very well. That's why I continue below what I wrote here. Second time when we press the scan, it gives us main spectrum, and finally, let's say labeling, and it is optional. You are able, you're going to split it to compare it with the other spectrums. And finally, we must know how to save it. For the second paragraph, I expect you to write all of it, and for the third paragraph, so let's say first paragraph, second paragraph, and for the third one, you've got to see what is even IR useful for, what is IR spectrum useful for, and how to interpret an IR spectrum, so interpretation according to at least main 3 features. I mean shape, position, and intensity. I'm skipping how vicinity group affects on a functional group. But briefly, intensity. Briefly, if you remember, our aim in infrared spectroscopy was finding out functional group, consequently chemical structure. And those main features, only broad shape, sharp shape, positions in terms of reciprocal centimeter. By the way, guys, it is quite important. When you're talking about IR area in electromagnetic field, you may discuss about unit we use in IR spectroscopy. So we said in IR spectroscopy we use wave number, reciprocal, according to reciprocal centimeter 1 over lambda. So that's it. Just in 3 paragraphs. If you write it nicely, pretty sure you may get complete mark.